I'm babe to talk about, do a list chat so we can talk about entertainment, news, and things like that that y'all have been wanting me to talk about. I do apologize that over the last 2 weeks you haven't received our weekly talk shit, swallow spit segment known as Fuck Shit Friday or Shit Talking Saturday, but a bitch been sick, okay? Y'all know I suffer with lupus, and that is an autoimmune deficiency that I live with every day, and upon getting this treatment that I receive every 6 to 8 weeks for the lupus, my doctor advised me at that time it was a good damn idea to do a pneumonia vaccine as well as a flu vaccine. And soon as I got that shit, I got sick as hell, and I haven't been able to really be consistent down here on these YouTube streets as well as on my everyday job. So y'all know, just like with everyday life, when you ain't making no coin, them bills don't stop. So I'm here. I am to do that for y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a list chat, the celebrity edition, and anything that happened from this point on, I'll talk about if I can get around to a list chat. I mean, a fuck shit Friday or a shit talking Saturday. They are not gone. They just had to be put on the shelf for a minute because the bitch was sick. I'm trying to make money now too. uh, catch up on everything that I'm behind on. It ain't good over here. A bitch was at the pawn shop today. So I'm doing what I gotta do. Then I got 3 cakes in the oven right now. That's a part of my, shit. So all I ask is y'all just keep me in prayer. I can do this. I can come back from, being sick for almost 2 months straight to now to, you know, get everything back in order so I can have a decent holiday. So just hold me in your prayers, cause a bitch going through it. But I ain't gonna complain. Not as long as it's breath in my body and I can do something about it. But that's where I've been. That's why y'all haven't gotten y'all weekly dose of that talking shit and swallowing spit segment known as Fuck Shit Friday or Shit Talking Saturday. But here I am talk about a couple things that y'all felt like y'all wanted to hear my thoughts and opinions on. We gonna start with Miss Chrisette Michelle. Now y'all remember the beginning of the year we told Chrisette, the black community, girl, don't carry your ass down there to that inauguration singing shit for this motherfucking orange face 45. We ain't here for him. We already think we side eyeing the fact that he got into the White House, and now that he dead, child, he ain't been doing nothing but wreaking havoc. And we knew that way back in January when we told her don't go down there to the inauguration and sing that damn song for this man. We asking you not to do this. Well, that check was cute, and she disregarded what we had to say. And since then, Chrisette has gone through, according to her, she's been suicidal. She's been very depressed. She was dropped from her record label and she suffered a miscarriage. She went so far with the miscarriage thing to even put a picture of depicting what I guess in her mind that was showing us what she had went through. But to me, what's understood don't need no explanation. And you putting a picture that is not your own miscarriage picture up only served to make it worse for you, because people were offended by the fact that you tried to hoodwink and bamboozle us as the audience that once supported you. She got on to the Breakfast Club last week and said to Charlemagne that that she wasn't trying to misrepresent the miscarriage. She was trying to put a visual to what she had experienced. Some people may fall for that. I personally didn't fall for it. I felt like that was just another example of her trying to play on our sympathies to get us to come back and start listening to her music. And she also apologized for actually performing at the inauguration. A lot of people can forgive that, but to the black community who already feel like that we're not respected, and the few people that ride for us, we need them to stay riding for us and to listen to us because it's our dollars that keep your lights on. We ain't trying to hear this shit. Now, the Christian in me says, okay, I forgive you. But my financial, the worldly side of me and my finances, I don't feel that I should be buying your music. Now, I liked your music, but now, to me, you a coon and I can't fuck with you. But I do wish you success going forward, and I'm sure you'll bounce back from this because, I mean, you ought to have that extra in you that we as black people have to be able to survive the toughest of situations. So good luck to you, bitch, on that. Okay, I just can't fuck with you. Last week, y'all know Wendy Williams fell out on stage, said she was overheated. Like I told y'all in my conversation piece last week, that shit didn't look like no damn overheating situation to me. But I'm not a medical doctor, ain't went to school nowhere for none of that. But it did look similar to what I suffered in 2014, which was a TIA, which is a mini stroke. Now, she say she fine. I'm gonna go on along with what she's saying. I think that Wendy has been under a lot of undue stress, which I had been under during the time that I had my moment with that situation. And I don't know. I hope she's gone and gone to see someone who can give her the scoop on what it is that was going on with her in that moment, because it didn't look like overheating and I'm going through perimenopause my damn self. I get real hot. I feel like sometimes I'm on straight fire and ain't nothing that you can do about that. And I have also gotten dizzy and passed out before, but that didn't look like that to me. But we're gonna go by what she say, okay? Last week, it was announced that Tamar Braxton had decided to file for a divorce against Vince. There were two instances where TMZ caught up with her sisters as they were traveling to go see her, and one of the sisters said that she felt like that was a good job. They pretty much alluded to the fact that things are not well with the Herbert Braxton family, and the Braxton Herbert family, and also Miss Evelyn was caught, and she basically said she just caught by TMZ at an airport, and she took the time to say that she felt like Vince need to keep his hands off her daughter. Now look, this is what I feel about this. I don't recommend no woman staying in a marriage with a man that is beating her ass. We've heard things. Last year they had an incident at the Ritz Carlton Hotel. He bitten her finger or whatever. We've heard little things, and just by watching the show and their little show, sometimes I can tell that I be wondering, I've always wondered, did he put his hands on her? Because we all know Tamar got a mouth on her. Now, just because a bitch got a mouth on her don't mean that she deserved to be abused. If he in fact is putting his hands on her, then and they can't work past that and he can't get past that, then I don't advise no woman to stay in a situation like that. Maybe they just not good for each other. I've heard subsequently that he wants to work on trying to better to get their marriage back on track. I heard that she wasn't really feeling that. I don't know what the case is. I just want the best for the both of them. And if they can't be together happy, they need to be apart and do what they got to do. I know sometimes when a couple goes through financial situations, and we all know that they have been, well, at least he has been going through some financial situations. Now, she said on the Breakfast Club, he having issues, not her. I feel like when you become husband and wife, his problems are not your problems. But hey, if it ain't directly on her, then hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I just wish the best for him. If he putting his hands on her, she don't deserve that. No matter how reckless she can be sometimes with her mouth. So I hope that they can come to a resolution that both of them can live with, and that's the best I can say about that. I'm not so deep into Tamar's life that I really give a damn, to be honest. But as a human, I don't want nobody to have to suffer any form of abuse from someone who is supposed to be their rock, that one person in life that they can go through life with, and they supposed to be able to love them unconditionally, and they weather whatever storms that may come. If that ain't what she got, then I'm all here for her leaving. Some people have said that maybe they doing this because the new show's about to come on, and that may be advertisement for that. They might be hyping us up just for them to get back together at the during the end part of the season. I don't know if this is real or if this make believe. What I do know is I feel like Mama Braxton should not have said anything. Your thing has always been to not talk to reporters and things about your children. You should have continued to do so. Let them deal with that. and how they gonna handle it going forward. They don't really need you to say anything, but then again, as a mother, I understand she gonna say what it is that's on her mind. And as we age, and I'm finding this out, and my kids is too, you kind of lose kind of little coof on that mouth when you get a certain age, because you feel like, what the fuck am I lying for, and what I got to hide for, what I got to hide for. But I'm wishing the best for Tamar and Vince. I heard that he had started working with Remy Mom, was going to be managing her career. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that'll be good for him and for Remy, because we know that Vince is a part of why Tamar is got to the level she was on, and I think that if she would have listened a little bit more and talked a little bit less, she could be more. She could be, more in the business, or at least on a higher level than what she is right now. Time will tell. I ain't here to judge them people. Whatever. I wish them the best. I hope this ain't just some lie that they're giving us so that it'll pump up ratings for the shows. I hope that ain't what it is. But if it is, I won't be surprised, because it ain't, these people do too. They do a lot to try to make sure that they stay on top. And if we find out that it was a bunch of bullshit, I won't be shocked about it. I think that it's quite sad that they felt they needed to behoove and hoodwink the public for views. But hey, we see that every day. People do a lot just to stay in the spotlight. Like Tyrese. Look, Tyrese told us last week that he had received a blessing in the form of $5 million from Will and Jada Pinkett. Now, I heard on the social media sites he was supposed to be getting that money to help him with his legal fees and to stop being on social media so much, exposing all of his business. As of today, Famous did an article where she showed us that he did another video saying he hasn't received the money yet. He's almost broke. But you still can get on a plane, because you said you were getting on a jet to go to Atlanta to support Keisha Lance Bottoms in her bid for whatever she doing over there in Atlanta. It's election season over there. I think they trying to decide their next mayor or whatever. Well, he's flying over there to be supportive to her in her run for, I think, the mayoral seat. I'm not certain, but I know the nigga said he was getting on a plane to go to support her. My thing is this right here. If you broke, let me tell you, broke. Broke is when you find yourself at a point where you don't know how you gonna be able to pay your fucking bills, and you might even start pulling shit out your house to pay a fucking bill, you know, by way of pawning shit to motherfucking get that. I don't see that in him. This man done been. I'm just aggravated because all of this is supposed to be surrounding his child abuse case that was put on him in September by his ex-wife Norma. He's supposed to have beat his little girl so bad that she wasn't able to sit on her bottom. Now, last week they say that the case had been dropped, meaning that not necessarily that he's innocent, but it wasn't enough evidence for the shit to go forward, so they was leaving it alone. Now, you would think at that point he would shut the fuck up. He done been blessed to get the case knocked off of him. He done been blessed to get a $5 million donation from Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. He still hasn't stopped, y'all. He was lying, saying one moment he was out of the country, then got back on Facebook and said that he was at home trying to love on his wife. Then since that time, we've seen him break down in his kitchen talking about his chef was hurting for 5 days in pain, but the man was so, he was such a consummate chef. He wanted to continue to make that food for them every day. So the man had been in pain for 5 days and wound up going to the hospital, and Tyrese was upset about that. We've seen him cry again, talking about he's putting on chucks in a form of a silent protest for all the brothers that are locked up in jail who didn't have the representation that they should, when all they wanted to do was to love their child, and now their child being raised by somebody else. Child, look, let me tell you something. Mental illness is real, and it's clear. Two things is going on with him. First of all, Tyrese is a narcissist. And if you know anything about narcissists, they don't like to not be in situations they can't control. He don't like the fact that he can't control the narrative. He wanted to be able to make this woman's allegations seem like they was shit, and to control her and to keep her under his thumb, because let us not forget, this woman has been speaking out years ago saying that he abused her emotionally as well as physically. She even said that she feared him being around her because he would get out of control, and he had her followed by different people to see what she was doing. So the lady had a reason to be sad and to be scared. I'm not saying Tyrese is guilty, because honestly I don't think he did too much to his daughter. Y'all know when these kids growing up in that type of spotlight with that kind of money, they don't like discipline. And I think he took it back to the old school and probably tapped her on her ass. And she got out of her motherfucking self, ran and told her mama. And because of what Tyrese has done to her mom in the past, done to her in the past, she was overly sensitive and she put these claims on him. But my thing is, this has been going on since September this year. How the hell is you broke already? You was on Transformers. Where's the money from that? You've been on Fast and Furious for several fucking shows, several episodes of it. Cause what we finna do 9 now. You've been singing. You still should be getting some type of residuals from other projects that you've done. Where is your money? Why are you broke? I don't know nobody that's broke that can have a dry cleaners, a Starbucks, and a Benihana in his backyard. I'm sorry, I just don't feel that he's broke. But then again, I realize that rich people broke is different from poor people or middle class working people type of broke. When we broke, bitch, we broke. When they broke, that just means that they can't buy some of the things that they used to could buy. And if he can afford to tell us he broke and then say he about to jump on a jet and go support Keisha Lance Bottoms over in Atlanta, I have to question, how broke are you? Two, the man is, the wife said years ago he was diagnosed bipolar. If he's a narcissist, he don't want to believe that he's bipolar, so he's unmedicated. And then he's saying he haven't received a wire from Jada and Will Pinkett. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith for the 5 mil. Probably because your ass ain't got off of social media acting 50 shades of crazy. I believe in what mercy is shown, mercy is given. But see, what mercy is given, mercy is shown. But I just can't understand. I can't muster up no mercy for somebody that continuously get out on social media and instead is screaming and hollering about what they don't have, but yet and still you bragging about what you do have. Broke is broke. And it's certain things, even for a celebrity who is always in the news, they should just not share every aspect of their life on social media. That is one of the drawbacks of social media, if you ask me. See, I grew up in a time where we admired our celebrities and whatnot, and we always kept that feeling about them because we were never introduced to them on a more personal level as what social media has allowed us as uh, fans to see these people. Sometimes it's best not to know. And I really wish I didn't know certain things. Even just doing this YouTube channel, I have met and come upon different people in the world of entertainment. And they tell me stuff and I just be like fucked off because I never thought that that person that I'm hearing this news about would do or be the way that I'm hearing that they are. I wish we could still go back to them times where we just see them on TV and we just be like, ooh, we like them. And when they come and we go see them in concert or go watch their movies or catch them on a special or BT award or something like that. I wish it was back like that, y'all. I hate the fact that social media has given us an opportunity to get to know these people on a more personal level because we put them on a pedestal in our minds. And sometimes for them to keep making that money that they making, they might need to stay there. We don't need to be privy to who the hell you really is at some time because who you really are can fuck up your brain. And I think that's what's happening with Tyrese. He doing all of this clowning on social media, and it's supposed to be under the umbrella of I'm a father trying to fight for my daughter. Well, I read last week that your case dropped and you had the opportunity to actually see your daughter, but because it wasn't under the stipulations that you wanted, you opted to leave town instead. So if he's got his custody back of his daughter, even if it's supervised for right now, don't you think all that crying and just don't take my baby and all of that stuff, and I paid $13,000 a month. What more do you want? Do you think that? Don't you think when he got all that back, that should have brought an end to his craziness? Well, it has. And that's the reason why I don't feel too much sympathy for him. The only thing I would like to see for him is for this man to go get the psychiatric help that he desperately needs. And he needs to work on what's going on inside of himself, because something ain't right with Tyrese, and it's deeper than mental. He arrogant as hell, you know, and he got a mental problem. Stay off social media. It's not helping you. And for all y'all fans of his that are telling him, encouraging this behavior, are you really a fan of his? Because what fan wants to see that their favorite singer or one of their favorite singers disintegrate right before their eyes? We are watching him have a real life major breakdown. Not all because he's unmedicated. Some of this shit is because he can't deal with the fact that he ain't as big as he thought he was, but he ain't broke. And I'm not falling for the he's broke. How the hell you broke when you sitting up making video after video in this big beautiful home? You got all this unnecessary shit in your backyard that you could very well get rid of, and it would get you a cute coin, and you want me to believe that you ain't got nothing? Nigga, welcome, come to my life for a little while. That's when you see how blessed he truly is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't living the worst, but shit, it's a struggle right about now. And I ain't got no problem with doing what I gotta do. You ain't gonna never see me on social media fucking screaming and hollering and crying into no phone talking about how bad my life is right now and how much I need help and how I got millionaire and billionaire. I ain't got no millionaire and billionaire friends, but I got friends that are thousandaires, and I ain't fucking picking up no phone harassing them people to help me out of a situation that with time, prayer, and hard work I can get my motherfucking self out of. That's the reason why y'all don't see me down there promoting that damn PayPal link, because I appreciate if you give me something. I am totally appreciated. I'm appreciative to the end, but I ain't gonna beg no motherfucker for something when I know that everybody got to struggle. Just like I got bills in my damn house to pay, people got bills in their damn house to pay. And Tyrese need to have, if he is anywhere near rich people type broke, he should have invested his money wisely, because he's made too much money over the years for him to even be in a situation crying about he can't pay for legal fees that he's only had for a few months. Bitch, please. And if this is about your daughter and this case has been dropped and you have been granted your supervised visits again, then how about you go spend some time with your daughter, get you a psychiatrist, and get your ass on them bipolar meds and get your ass off of social media, because people who really like you don't want to see this happen to you. Now, I think you're an idiot from way back, but I still don't want to see nothing bad happen to your ass. And I don't understand why you keep allowing this to happen to yourself time and time again. These videos are not garnering sympathy as much as they are garnering people who are now becoming more and more turned off about you, and all they doing is talking shit about your ass. If that's what your goal was, if the narcissist that lives deep within you really want that, and that's what your goal is, just any kind of press, it don't matter if it's bad press, then keep on doing it, brother. Keep on doing it. But after so long, I can promise you people gonna stop listening and stop watching these damn videos, watching you self-destruct in front of them, because it ain't funny And to tell you the truth, it pisses me off because you sitting here acting like you broke. But bitch, there's people out here that really got problems going on. And ain't nobody trying to hear this shit that you coming over here saying. You rich people broke if you are broke. And you will be alright. Go get you some help. Go see your child and deal with that demon that lives inside of you. That's all the fuck I gotta say about him. Cause I can't stand him. I already couldn't stand him from out here. You trying to be deep. How the hell is you deep when you can't even figure out how to handle a situation such as what you was involved in the last few months with your daughter? How am I take advice from a bitch who falling down soon as them damn the hard times come along? If in fact they was hard times. And you make people wonder, did you do something? I just don't understand. If this was all about his daughter, how did he turn this shit around about him? Child, I can't with him. Now, yesterday I heard over there on Famous, and I'm going to link Famous articles, her website down in my description box. That's where all these stories coming from. I heard that Meek Mills was sentenced to 2 to 4 years in prison for probation violations. Look, I can only say this right here. I've been listening and hearing things about Meek Mills for the longest. He been getting arrested for reckless driving of a motorcycle in New York. He got into a fight at an airport in St. Louis. He done left Philly when he wasn't supposed to, because that's where he from and that's where he lived, when he wasn't supposed to. He done, the times he did ask for permission to leave and leave, he did permission to leave, he would leave. And after and also I heard that he has tested several times positive for narcotics by several different the probation officers. Now I understand, I like Meek Mills too, but sometimes you got to take accountability for what you allow to happen with you. First of all, you surround yourself around a bunch of goons that ain't got your back, because every time they do some dumb shit, it's a direct reflection on you. That's stupid for one. Two, you know that you under this probation, and that if you don't follow the rules of your parole, you could be sentenced to go to jail. Why would you want to do that if you're trying to have a successful career? I understand Jay-Z stepped out yesterday and said something, along the line that he didn't feel that was fair. Well, let me tell you something. You ain't speaking out. I don't know how deep that Jay-Z was involved in his life as far as when he was doing all the fuck shit that has ended him up in jail. I don't know how deep Jay-Z was there for him. But here's the thing. In life, when you don't follow the rules of life, you got to suffer the consequences. And I think that Meek Mills hurt himself along with the people that he chose to associate with. So if he gone for 2 to 4 years, I'ma miss him, but he'll be all right. This is a lesson learned. Check your surroundings, honey. You can't surround yourself around a bunch of bullshit, especially when you got a case that could have your ass at the judge say at any moment he can provoke this shit and send you to prison. You don't supposed to be surrounding yourself with goons. I know that brotherhood and that Philly love thing, I'm all for that shit. But at the end of the day, when the hammer comes down, the judge didn't sentence all your homeboys and the people that you support to go to jail or prison for 2 to 4 years. They sentence you. And that's the person you need to be looking out for at all times. If you ain't supposed to be smoking them narcotics, don't be smoking them damn narcotics. If you ain't supposed to leave town, stop leaving fucking town. And if you ask for permission to leave town and they say you can, you don't stay in Philly. Carry your ass some damn way and do whatever it is you gotta do, or call your probation officer and let them know that something fell through and you won't be leaving town after all. And then you don't be getting into fights unnecessarily in different airports in different cities. He did this to himself. Now, I don't want to see the brother in jail because I think enough of us is in there. But at the same time, if you don't follow the rules of life, you have to pay the consequences. This grown-ass man, he got to pay. Okay? Teiarra Mari is allegedly seeing a new man, but she trying to keep us from finding out about it. It's a developing story over there on Famous, because Famous found out that the man is married and still with his wife. My thing is this, girl, if you are on the road to recovery from alcoholism, the last thing you want to do is involve yourself in something that can make you have a setback. And this could have a setback in your life, because you need to be surrounding yourself with positive things. I thought you didn't want any toxic relationships. Well, fucking somebody else's husband is a toxic relationship that you don't need. That's all I have to say about that. I'm gonna put Famous shit down in the description box down there, so y'all can go and check out these stories I just talked about, along with other stories that she got going on over there. I follow Famous because she's pretty much, I say about 95% right in her stories that she have, she drops, and that's why she been slowly getting her shit back together, because she dropped that Kevin Hart shit and the video, and that Kevin Hart came for her throat and shut her Instagram down for quite some time. So she just not getting back in the swing of things, and she's one of the few bloggers out there that I kind of like believe in, because everything she tell me shows itself to be true. So y'all can go and follow Famous on Twitter and on IG, and I'll link her website down at the bottom of my in the description box down there, and y'all can get down there and get to finding out this tea that I just dropped for y'all and my opinions on it. Get down in the comment section and let me know your thoughts and opinion. Again, before I end this video, I want to let me say this again. These are my thoughts and opinions. This ain't written in stone. This just my opinions, and I'm entitled to them. And if you don't like what I say, you welcome to respectfully say it down in my panic section, and it won't be deleted. But understand that if you come at me crazy, I'm gonna come at you crazy. Okay? Did I tell y'all Tina Campbell had to end her damn tour because she ain't getting no support from the people, especially after she said she voted for Trump because she felt like he shared the same spiritual beliefs that she did. Bitch, that's why you ain't. I'm so glad I ain't got to deal with them hoes again. I'm glad they show off, and I hope that she fades off into never land. In my opinion, that's crazy as fuck, girl. You go call Trump and see if he can help you out. You and Chris said y'all call Trump and see if he can help y'all out. Probably won't even answer that one of you bitches called, and yet y'all supported his ass. Ignorance, ignorance, ignorance. Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and I'll see you guys back for If Loving You Is Wrong. It may come tonight, or it may be first thing in the morning. Y'all know I'm on the hustle. I'm on the grind again, and I might not be able to do it at a time that I would like to, but it's coming, bitch. Trust and believe it's coming. Keep me in your prayers. I do the same for you all. Have a great remainder to your Tuesday. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.